Tell us about yourself.
Born in Scotland, grew up between Scotland and Canada. I've managed to live in 4 provinces to date. Done a fair amount of science, started as a basic science, did medicine, now work in health technology assessment, did a degree in epidemiology, which is pertinent to the book, write science fiction and fantasy. Contagion, Eyre is my, 8th book.
8th?
8th.
Tell me about the first book in the series. The one that came before this one.
There is, yes. The first book was originally meant to be a standalone. It was to be my Star Trek meets medicine novel. And I got the idea when I was in medical residency myself, about 15 years ago, and I wanted to write a single novel about a medical starship. Well, what would they be doing? And in this case, I came up with the idea of them doing a combination diplomatic and epidemiology mission, trying to track down the origins of a plague that had gone through the entire settled galaxy about 150 years ago, and also restoring contact with the colonies, the human colonies. And their mission is a bit complicated because the original colonization was politically fraught, and there's a lot of people who don't want civilization back on the original terms. And the colonies have been on their own for 150 years. They've developed in their own particular ways, and in many cases they think they're handling things just fine and don't want any interference.
So you say this is a standalone. How does it connect to the second book?
Well, one of my readers, actually my agent, suggested that it needed, if I were going to develop a series out of this, because it started with standalone, then I thought, okay, I can do a purely episodic series. And she suggested I find an arc. And I found an arc. So it is standalone episodes, but there is also a larger story developing through them. Every novel, so far, every planned novel is a different planet, but there is this bigger story about the origins of the plague going through.
Okay, so let's talk about this one. A quick, what's your elevator pitch? What is this story about? Eyre.
Eyre is, the planet of Eyre is essentially a medical theocracy. They have the medical establishment and the religious establishment fused in the aftermath of the plague. And the Wyorians arrive on Eyre thinking that the medical part of their mission is a straightforward thing. It's the political part that's not, that's the difficult one. And they discover that the medical part of their mission is intensely political in Eyre, that their beliefs run head-on into the Eyrites' beliefs.
That's fascinating. And how far do you think you're going to go with it?
With
How many books you got in there? How many books you got in the gut there?
I've got the next 3 planned out.
Really?
Not in any detail. I know end of 3, end of 4, end of 5.
Excellent.
And then it's just, and I know where 3 is set. I went off on a real false start on 4, trying to do a story that I'd wanted to do and make it a YOR story, and it didn't work. I'm going to have to do it somebody else. So I've gone back and I've restarted, and I'm confident that I've got something now